Big NDTV impact in Indore toxic water deaths case. More heads roll in the tragedy. MP government suspends 2 officials, removes 1 Indore Municipal Corporation officials, now face heat. Commissioner removed, additional commissioner suspended. This action has come in after so far several deaths have taken place due to the toxic water. My colleague Anurag Dwari is on the phone line, who has been tracking this story from day one. Anurag, are we expecting any more action from the Madhya Pradesh government?
Yes, few more heads are likely to roll in coming days, but Chief Minister Dr. Mohan Yadav, after returning from his Jabalpur tour, reviewed the situation through a late-night video conference from his residence and expressing dissatisfaction over the municipal administration's response. He said that public health is a government top priority and negligence will not be tolerated, and removed Municipal Commissioner Dilip Yadav, directing him to report to the Mantralaya. Additional Commissioner Rohit Sisodia and in charge superintending engineer Sanjeev Srivastav, they have been suspended for negligence. Chief Minister also convened a meeting with mayors of all municipal corporations, divisional commissioners, collectors and municipal commissioners across the state, issuing clear instructions to ensure the availability of safe and clean drinking water, and he directed that such incidents should not be repeated anywhere else in this stretch. Stressing better coordination between the public representatives and officials and immediate response to complaints related to safe and clean drinking water.
Right. Thank you so much, Anurag, for giving us all these details. Now, Indore's water crisis has exploded into a full-blown tragedy with contaminated water killing at least 11 residents. The deaths include a 5-month infant and took place as residents consumed dirty tap water. A leak at a pipeline led to the contamination. NDTV has accessed information that shows that the tender to fix the pipeline was floated in August, but no work began for months and no repairs were carried out. Only after deaths were reported that the tender opened. This has also snowballed into a big political controversy. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi has hit out at the Madhya Pradesh government, asking why there was no action taken and how did sewer water gets mixed up with drinking water, and why wasn't the water supply stopped in time. In fact, BJP has also faced criticism from within. Former Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister and BJP leader Uma Bharti has said that the deaths have shamed the entire state, and this is a moment of trial for the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister.
मौत को लेकर भी सस्पेंस बना हुआ है। कितनी मौत हुई, आखिर क्यों ऐसी बाजीगरी हो रही है आंकड़े को लेकर? 4, 8, 5, 9, 7
अधिकृत कल प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस लेके बता।
अच्छा, बाकी सब राहुल गांधी पे क्या कहेंगे? उमा भारती सवाल खड़े कर रहे हैं। उमा भारती सवाल खड़े कर रही है। माफी नहीं होती है ना कोई। सर ये भी सब पनिशमेंट की बात कर रहे हैं सोशल मीडिया पे कि क्या कैलाश मेजर की भागीरथपुरा का पनिशमेंट दिखाएंगे। बिस्लरी का सर पनिशमेंट की बात कर रहे हैं। बिस्लरी का पानी पिया रहा हूँ रोज ही पी रहा हूँ सर। फोटो
देखिए, जबकि जैसा कि सभी लोगों को पहले दिन से ही संभावना लग रही थी कि ये जो बीमारी है ये कंटामिनेटेड वाटर की है, यानी कि जो जल का जो स्रोत है उसमें कुछ ना कुछ मिक्सिंग हुई है, और जो मेडिकल कॉलेज से जो रिपोर्ट प्राप्त हुई है उसमें भी इस चीज की पुष्टि हुई है कि इस पानी में कहीं ना कहीं लीकेज के कारण कंटामिनेशन हुआ है। और वो किस जगह पे था, किस लेवल का था, इसके बारे में जो इससे संबंधित अधिकारी है वही बता पाएंगे। लेकिन हम लोगों ने पहले दिन से ही इन्फेक्शन हो रहा था मरीजों को, और उसके लिए जो भी एक समुचित उपचार व्यवस्था थी उसके अनुसार उपचार किया है। ज्यादातर लोगों को हम बचाने में सफल रहे हैं।
बच्चों की जान चली गई। हम 8, 10, 12, 14 आंकड़े में बताते हैं। वो बच्चे थे, चिराग थे अपने घरों के, वो आंकड़ा नहीं थे। वो सरकार के लिए आंकड़ा होंगे, हमारी आपकी बहस के लिए आंकड़ा होंगे, अपने परिवार के लिए उनका नाम आंकड़ा नहीं है। और उसके बाद जो मैंने एक मंत्री महोदय का व्यवहार देखा, उससे तो मुझे स्पष्ट हो गया कि पारिस्थितिक स्वच्छता बेहद आवश्यक है, लेकिन उससे ज्यादा जरूरी है मानसिक।
Water in the cleanest city of India has turned toxic. Water that gives life has become the cause of death in Indore. For the last 4 days, death count is mounting and many are still fighting for their lives. Take a look at our report.
5.5-month-old Avyan Sahu is the youngest victim of the toxic water tragedy. His mother had trouble breastfeeding, so he was given formula mixed with tap water that turned fatal.
को जो बॉइल पानी मतलब दूध में मिला के हम देते थे, क्योंकि माँ को तो इतना दूध आता नहीं था, तो बाहर का दूध हमको देना पड़ता था। डॉक्टर ने खुद नहीं बोला था, मगर फिर उसमें बोले पानी मिक्स करके आप बोले दे सकते हैं, तो पानी मिक्स अपन यही नर्मदा का करके देते थे। अब अपने को ये नहीं मालूम था कि इतना दूषित पानी है। अपन ने मेडिसिन भी दे दी, उसको ठीक हो भी रहा था, नहीं भी हो रहा था, और सुबह अचानक एकदम उसकी तबीयत बिगड़ी हुई।
Urmila Yadav waited 15 years for a grandchild. Her wish was granted 11 months ago. On Friday evening, she started vomiting and had diarrhea. On Saturday, she was admitted to the ICU. The next morning, she died.
एक हफ्ते भर से कुछ ज़्यादा खा दिया था। जब पूरा ये इलाका खोद रखा था, इन्होंने ना कहीं ड्रेनेज लाइन फिट कर दी इसके अंदर नर्मदा में। कहीं ना कहीं तो मिस्टेक हुई है इन लोगों से। अब वो लोग वहाँ बुला रहे तो कैसे जाएंगे? उनको आना चाहिए या मिलने।
और अस्पताल में किसी किस्म की कोई मदद मिली या वहाँ भी पैसे?
कोई मदद नहीं मिली। मेरे पास फाइल रखी, 40,000 रुपये दे के आया मैं 22 घंटे के अंदर।
In a narrow lane in Bhatta Road, Indore, an old chair still stands, but the man who used to sit there is gone. 70-year-old Nandlal Pal, he got up from this chair on Tuesday morning, but never came back to sit here. He was admitted to the hospital after complaining of vomiting and diarrhea. Doctors say he died of cardiac arrest, but the family thinks otherwise.
बीपी और पल्स वगैरह कुछ बताया उनने, और दस्त तो उनके बंद ही नहीं हो रहे थे। हमको डायपर पहनाना पड़ रहा था उनको बार बार। कम से कम हमने उनको कम से कम मान के चलो 30 से 35 डायपर पहना दी होंगी। कोई नहीं आया। अभी भी मैं वहीं खड़ा हुआ था मैं, तो वहाँ मेरे को बुलाया था। बोले भैया 2 लाख रुपए का चेक मिलेगा, बोले आपके पापा की डेट हो गई है। कुर्सी अब इंतजारी करेगी, व्यक्ति नहीं आ पाएगा ना, हमको पैसे क्या करेंगे हम।
50-year-old Seema Prajapati was a daily wage worker. She fell sick. Her family could not take her to the hospital in time. She died on the way.
2-4-8 दिन से आ रहा है, मतलब खराब पानी का अस्पताल ही नहीं ले आ पाए। मतलब हमने गाड़ी में रख के लेके जा ही रहे थे और एक्सपायर गाड़ी में। हाँ।
These are the faces of Indore's killer water deaths. Their families demand answers, but those in charge seem to be groping in the dark. According to sources, the contamination is linked to a leak in a main pipeline beneath a toilet near the local police outpost. That leak may have allowed sewage to mix with drinking water. There is also a contract dispute angle. A tender for a new pipeline was issued in August 2025, but not opened for months. Complaints existed. Documents mentioned dirty water, but nothing moved.
हमने कहा कि सरकार किसी भी हालत में और किसी प्रकार की लापरवाही को बर्दाश्त नहीं करेगी, और ख़ास करके सभी क्षेत्रों के अंदर जहाँ भी पानी से संबंधित शिकायत है उसको और अच्छे से जांच कर ले, और भविष्य में ऐसी नौबत ना आए इसका प्रबंधन भी करें। और ये बात सही कि कुछ अधिकारियों की कमी है, तो हम तो अधिकारी भी देने के लिए हमने कहा कि जो आपकी डिमांड रहेगी, इतना बड़ा नगर निगम है, हमको अमला भी चाहिएगा, तो अमला देने के लिए भी सरकार तैयार है। इस तरह की घटनाओं में किसी भी प्रकार की लापरवाही जैसी जानकारी आएगी, हम और भी कठोर कार्रवाई करने को तैयार हैं।
When the minister visited after our reports, residents refused compensation checks. They want accountability, not money. In Indore, with camera person Rizwan Khan, Anurag Dwari for NDTV.
Moving on to Kerala, where a row has erupted after an art gallery was temporarily closed after protests by Catholic and other Christian groups against an artwork depicting a version of Jesus Christ, the Last Supper. Now, the controversy has erupted in the allegations that the artwork has hurt religious sentiments and disrespected the traditional depiction of Jesus Christ and the Last Supper. The painting in question is on the screen. The objections that it has hurt religious sentiment and hence this should be closed. Meanwhile, artist has rejected the claims, saying that it depends on each individual's perspective. Remember, art is subjective and objective as per the viewer, and hence this is the counter allegation that the artist has put forward. He said that there was no intention to defame the Last Supper and the painting is based on a play. Now, my colleague Vasudha spoke exclusively to the artist of the controversial painting itself. Listen in to what he had to say on the controversy.
Thank you, Mr. Tom, for speaking to NDTV. What is your message to those members of the church and all those political leaders who have been outraged by your work? The exhibition has been put on hold, and clearly your art is not being shown. What do you want to tell to all those? What do you want to tell all those people who are protesting against your work?
Actually, I feel that misunderstanding can happen because a work of art has multiple dimensions. And when you look at a work, you may not be well informed of its context and various other factors. So in such situations, meaningful dialogue, meaningful communication is needed, especially when we show a work in public. The common crowd may not have an understanding of its context and my perception as an artist. So a meaningful communication is needed actually. They should know me and my kind of concerns, my orientations, and my kind of understanding on art. So dialogue is more essential.
So, Mr. Vadra, you want to start a dialogue with people who are protesting your work. Tell me a little bit about the work that is at the center of this controversy, because this painting was also published in 2016, is what I understand. At that time, also, it created quite a controversy. What is so controversial about this painting of yours? Why are Christian groups saying that this is a reinterpretation of the Last Supper and it is an insult to their faith?
Actually, all these works are illustrations I did for periodicals. So I did this for a drama written by C. Goben. So that the content of the drama is of the last days of Madhya. So whenever I do illustrations, I go through the text carefully, and then if need be, I go through other details to know more about the context and the person described in the drama. So I did all that, and I felt that she is a victim or she is a scapegoat. So I made a painting evoking a sense of empathy, compassion, and various human feelings like that.
The government has now proposed that gig workers should at least be engaged for 90 days with an aggregator in a year to be eligible for social security benefits. According to the draft rules released by the government, those working with more than one aggregator, the required period increases to 120 days, which will be calculated cumulatively. Each gig worker will also be issued a digital ID card. More to this in our report. Take a look.
हमारे दो पार्टनर है जूत आरा में, उन लोगों का एक्सीडेंट हो गया, मर गए, कोई इंश्योरेंस नहीं हम लोगों का।
10 मिनट में हम ऑर्डर ले जाके दे दो, ठटका है, बाथरूम से लो ऑर्डर लो, ये थोड़ी ना होता है कि 10 मिनट में ऑर्डर दे, कौन सी बात है।
कभी कभार ऐसा होता है कि कंप्लेंट की वजह से हमें बहुत ज़्यादा डरना पड़ता है, क्योंकि हमारी आईडी जो है तो टर्मिनेट हो जाती है, तो उसके बाद फिर
एक कंप्लेंट पे ही डीएक्टिवेट कर देते हैं,
सीधा होल्ड पे डालेंगे पहले, उसके लिए समझ लो पूरा दिन हमारा खराब हो जाएगा, इंसेंटिव भी चले जाएंगे उसके अंदर।
The debate over gig worker rights versus platform flexibility continues. NDTV Bureau Report.
Slipping into a very short break, don't go anywhere, keep watching NDTV. Major flight tragedy averted in Nepal. The flight number 901 from Kathmandu to Bhagirathpura aircraft of the Buddha airline has veered off the runway while landing at Bhagirathpura airport. There were 51 passengers on board the aircraft. All passengers are luckily safe, even the crew members. A technical and relief team is being dispatched from Kathmandu on another aircraft.
गएको अवस्था हो, धन्न पेसेन्जरहरू पाइलटहरू सबै सुरक्षित हुन्छ। क्याप्टनहरू सबै निस्किनु हो, क्याप्टन साहब हुन्छ त्यहाँ।
My colleague Prabhakar is joining me with more details. Prabhakar, what is the current location of this aircraft currently? Are the passengers safe? Is there any medical and relief team on the site? The tragedy looks really scary in the visuals?
Yeah, it was very, very scary. There were 50 passengers on board, and this flight was actually flying from Kathmandu to Chitwan, and while it was landing at the airport in Chitwan, it skid and it actually ran off the runway. But all the 50 passengers on board are safe, including the crew members, and the rescue and the relief team, they are at the spot. They are evacuating the passengers, and as we speak, the passengers who were on board, they have been rushed to the hospital. Now, what we are told is that around 2 to 3 of them have sustained minor injuries, but no major incident so far happened, and the major incident averted actually.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Prabhakar, for joining us with those details. This was a major tragedy that has been averted in Nepal. A Nepal airline has skidded off the runway while landing at Bhagirathpura airport, after which this scene unfolded, in which 51 passengers, including the crew members, are safe currently. A relief and rescue team has arrived at the airport, and the aircraft which skidded off the runway was of Buddha Airlines. This happened in Nepal this evening. However, all the passengers and crew members are safe who were on board this flight that landed from Kathmandu at Bhagirathpura airport.
बुद्धहर अहिले भर्खरै यो.
And we leave you with these lovely images of Rehan Vadra, son of Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi and businessman Robert Vadra, announcing his engagement to longtime partner Aviva Beg. The couple shared the news through photographs from their intimate ceremony, which was attended by close family members. The engagement took place at a private gathering in Rajasthan's Ranthambore. The couple shared an image from their childhood where both are dressed in traditional outfits. Little Rehan is seen wearing a white kurta pajama and Aviva is dressed in a mustard yellow suit. These childhood memories to everlasting love has now been sealed with the engagement.